add to what is already on the presentation, where it's highlighted what sort of returns are obtaining in various investments options. I could add that in real estate, for example, what we have seen of late is that there is a lot of demand for industrial space, especially for warehousing. And when you're speaking to those who are into the property market, they'll tell you that it's an indication of things to come. It's an indication of where things are heading, which is economic growth and recovery. It's very hard at the moment to get a warehouse in Zimbabwe. There's so much demand, and we have also seen quite a lot of those old buildings, especially in the industrial area, that are being renovated, and we are seeing new tenants coming in with very interesting investments there, especially towards the agricultural sector. If you go to the Workington area, go to the Sutherton industrial areas, there are a lot of buildings that are being spruced up, and we've seen if you go along Harare Drive, just the Pomona area there, as you go along Harare Drive towards Borodale, again we've seen a lot of construction and warehouses that are going up. Not only warehouses, but actually new investments. But what I've seen is that they're into supply of agricultural based equipment and other accessories that are needed in the agricultural sector. So again, that is an indication of where people are putting their money here in Zimbabwe. And for individuals, you can see obviously the stock market is the leading one at the moment, where investments in US dollar terms, it's more than 70%. I am sure if you're out there, if you ask anyone who is involved in the stock markets in those markets, they'll tell you that a return of 70% in US dollar terms is quite huge. So we've seen people also investing in that space. Other options that we also where we are seeing, like I highlighted earlier on, to say there is people who are coming in to partner farmers. So you've got farmers who have got land and their papers are in order, but they don't have the financing, they don't have the skills. And we have seen people going into that space to partner them, producing specifically for the export market. If you talk to Zimtrade, for example, every now and again they are taking farmers to outside of the country for the export market. I was fortunate enough to be on that trip in May, and it was amazing what we saw in Dubai. And some of the ladies that we went with, they actually sent me some pictures of their exports that were heading for Dubai. And they actually went and signed contracts. And we are not talking of contracts with small players. We actually met, I'll send you one of the pictures on this platform. We actually met two of the biggest importers of horticulture in Dubai. And some of them, they've actually clinched contracts. So if you are to come and invest and partner with some of those people, even if you are in the UK or any other country, you can even look for markets there whilst the production is happening here in Zimbabwe, and you look for a market there. Things like peas, things like beans, and all these vegetables, they're getting quite good markets there in outside of Zim. So that is a very lucrative one. Why? Because when the product has been produced, it's gonna come to you and you do the selling or whatever the way you structure it. But there are actually opportunities there, and I'm talking to friends who are into asset management here in Zimbabwe. They are looking at those opportunities where they can partner with people or farmers with land, but they do not necessarily have the resources. So that is another space that you can actually look at exploring.